Hello, I'm Cleopatra, the last ruler of the reign of ancient Egypt. Today we're going to unravel the mysteries of ancient Egypt. I'll be your narrator. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications before you watch the video. Don't forget our motto, get ready for an epic journey.
Have you ever wondered how an ancient civilization, isolated in the desert, could build monumental pyramids and develop complex systems of writing and governance? Nestled in the northeastern corner of Africa, a civilization sprouted along the banks of the Nile River around 3100 BC. This was none other than ancient Egypt, a civilization that has left an indelible mark on human history with its enigmatic symbols and structures. Picture the Great Pyramids, a testament to human ingenuity, or the intricate hieroglyphs that continue to intrigue scholars today. Behind these iconic symbols, however, lies a far-reaching history that spans millennia. A history marked by periods of remarkable stability and tumultuous instability, of grand kingdoms and foreign invasions. A history that tells the story of a civilization's adaptability and resilience, its cultural achievements and technological advancements. Join us as we travel back in time to explore the foundation, rise, and fall of the ancient Egyptian civilization. Our journey begins around 3100 BC, when the foundations of this great civilization were laid. In the land we now know as Egypt, nestled in the northeast corner of Africa, a remarkable transformation was taking place. The early Egyptians, once hunter-gatherers, began to grasp the fertile potential of the Nile River. This led to a shift in their way of life as they transitioned to an agricultural society. They learned to harness the Nile's ebb and flow, planting seeds in its rich silt when the waters receded. This adaptation not only provided a surplus of crops but was also a stepping stone towards societal development and cultural achievements. During this time, the Naqada culture emerged, marking a significant shift towards a more complex society. Trade flourished, resources were controlled, and the Nile's strategic value was fully realized. This was no longer a collection of scattered tribes, but a civilization on the rise. The next significant leap in the evolution of ancient Egypt was its unification. Upper and Lower Egypt, once separate entities, were brought together under the rule of powerful kings. Menes, or perhaps Narmer, as some records suggest, was the first of these pharaohs. These rulers were not only political leaders but also religious figures, considered gods in human form. Their power and influence were reflected in elaborate tombs and grand mortuary cult structures, a testament to their divine status. The unification marked the beginning of the early dynastic period, a time of political stability and cultural advancement. The foundations were laid and the stage was set. With the establishment of stable kingdoms, ancient Egypt began its ascent to greatness. With the foundation firmly set, ancient Egypt embarked on a journey of unprecedented growth and development. The civilization we know as ancient Egypt was not built in a day. It was a grand saga of progress, spanning three key periods known as the Old, Middle, and New Kingdoms. Each of these epochs contributed to the rise and transformation of Egypt into a world-class civilization. Our first stop is the Old Kingdom, from around 2700 to 2200 BC. Known as the Age of the Pyramids, this was a time of great architectural feats. The Egyptians, with their innovative minds, erected colossal structures that punctuated the skyline, the most famous of which are the Great Pyramids of Giza. These architectural marvels were not just symbols of the pharaoh's power, but also a testament to the Egyptians' advanced understanding of mathematics and engineering. As we journey into the Middle Kingdom, around 2100 to 1700 BC, we encounter a period often referred to as the Classical Age of ancient Egypt. This era was marked by remarkable advancements in literature, art, and administration. The Egyptians started expressing their thoughts and experiences through writing, giving birth to some of the earliest known pieces of literature. The last stop on our journey, the New Kingdom, saw ancient Egypt reach its zenith. From around 1600 to 1100 BC, Egypt expanded its boundaries, influenced by and influencing cultures far and wide. The pharaohs of this era, including the famous Tutankhamun and Ramses II, led Egypt to new heights of prosperity and power. But what would a civilization be without its lifeblood? The Nile River played a pivotal role in the societal development of ancient Egypt. The river's annual flooding deposited nutrient-rich silt, creating fertile lands for agriculture. This led to surplus crops, which in turn allowed for societal and cultural development. The Nile was not just a river, it was the heart of Egypt, pumping life into every corner of the civilization. From the construction of awe-inspiring pyramids to the development of mathematics, medicine, and literature, ancient Egypt was a hotbed of innovation and knowledge. It was a civilization that constantly evolved, adapted, and grew, driven by the strength of its people, the wisdom of its leaders, and the bounty of its land. At its peak, ancient Egypt was a beacon of culture and knowledge, its influence reaching far and wide. But like all great civilizations, ancient Egypt could not escape the inevitable cycle of rise and fall. As we trace the timeline of this remarkable civilization, we see a gradual but unmistakable decline. The once unshakable kingdoms that commanded the respect of the ancient world began to waver, destabilized by internal strife and external threats. The new kingdom, which had marked the zenith of Egyptian power and prosperity, was the last hurrah of the civilization's glory. After the new kingdom, the power of the pharaohs waned. The priests of Amun, a powerful religious sect, began to wrestle control from the monarchy, leading to internal power struggles that weakened the civilization from within. This was a time of decline marked by political instability and economic hardship. Meanwhile, the world outside was changing. The Mediterranean was becoming a melting pot of cultures, with new powers emerging on the horizon. Egypt, once a formidable force, was increasingly becoming a target for foreign invaders. The Assyrians, Persians, and finally the Greeks under Alexander the Great each took turns to conquer the land of the pharaohs. Yet the final nail in the coffin of ancient Egypt was hammered in by the Roman Empire. In 30 BC, after the death of the famous Queen Cleopatra, Egypt became a province of Rome. The land of the pyramids and Sphinx, the land of mighty pharaohs and golden treasures, was reduced to a mere vassal state. The civilization that had once stood as a beacon of human achievement had fallen. However, it's important to remember that the fall of a civilization doesn't mean its complete erasure. The ancient Egyptians left behind a rich cultural heritage, their knowledge and achievements serving as the foundation for future generations. Despite its fall, the legacy of ancient Egypt continues to captivate us, its echoes reverberating through the corridors of time. The sun may have set on ancient Egypt, but its legacy continues to shine brightly in our world today. From the dawn of time, this remarkable civilization has left an indelible mark. From its stunning art and architecture to its groundbreaking scientific explorations. Ancient Egypt was a civilization that thrived on innovation and creativity. They were master builders, creating architectural marvels that continue to astound us, even today. The pyramids of Giza, the Sphinx, and the countless temples and tombs that dot the Egyptian landscape are a testament to their architectural prowess and attention to detail. These structures not only served as a symbol of their power and religious beliefs, but also acted as a canvas for their artistic expressions. The intricate hieroglyphs and murals that adorn these structures give us a glimpse into their vibrant culture and way of life. But the legacy of ancient Egypt extends beyond its art and architecture. This civilization was a cradle of scientific advancement. The Egyptians had a profound understanding of mathematics and astronomy. They developed a calendar based on the lunar cycle, which became the blueprint for the modern calendar we use today. In medicine, they were pioneers, performing complex surgeries and developing an extensive knowledge of herbs and natural remedies. The influence of ancient Egypt can also be seen in modern culture. The tales of their gods and goddesses, pharaohs and queens, continue to captivate our imagination. Their mythology and folklore have permeated literature, film, and even fashion. Their symbolic art and hieroglyphs have inspired modern design and visual arts. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of ancient Egypt is its contribution to civilization itself. It was one of the first cultures to develop a system of writing, a centralized government, and social institutions. These developments have laid the foundation for modern societies, and their influence can still be felt today. As we bid farewell to the sands of ancient Egypt, we carry with us a deeper understanding of a civilization that has shaped the course of human history. Its legacy is a testament to the power of human innovation and creativity, a beacon that continues to illuminate our journey into the future.
So you don't miss the next posts, subscribe and turn on notifications. Celestial Chronicle.